Warren Buffett has an indicator that is out there that shows us that the market's going to go down. It's something that has to do with stocks as compared to the country's GDP, whatever all that means, all that math that he goes into that. Right now, that gauge apparently is flashing red.
A broken watch is right twice a day. And, they say that they're sending out all these warning flares. Warren Buffett said this last year, and he said it the year before, and he said it the year before, and he said it the year before. And he's a market mover. Here's what I will say. There is, you want the Greg radar? Greg's been saying that the market's been goofy for at least 2 years. We're defying economic realities, right? We're quietly laying people off all the time. Streaming's starting to go backwards. Netflix and all these other places, they're starting to struggle. So you're seeing some cracks. What that equates to, it may not be a recession. I don't know. But I will say that the economics that I was taught a long time ago don't seem to be holding true with where the market's going. It's still roaring for whatever reason. And I think some of that's just because of the goofiness from COVID. I think a lot of people have a lot of money that's on the sidelines from the COVID years still, and it's still bolstering, pumping it into the market because the market's just providing ridiculous returns on your money. I can say with 100% straight face, I don't own any equities right now in my portfolio. I don't know what that means or doesn't mean to anybody listening, but I don't. But I think the more pertinent question when we're evaluating market risk isn't where do we think the market's going to go, because no one knows. Warren doesn't know. Elon Musk doesn't know. None of these folks know. So I think it's just a question of what risk do you need to take to do everything you want. That should be the ultimate litmus test in life for risk. Well, if in retirement, you got to have your income forecast built, or you got to have your plan built to say, all right, here's how much money I need. Here's the growth I need. And here's the buffer of comfort I want to make sure that I'll always have that amount of money left over. Okay. And you'd be surprised. A lot of times, Randy, you don't take that much risk. So it's like, why would you take risk if you didn't have to? Our market risk report breaks down not just what percentage of your assets could go backwards. How much risk do I have? Am I 50% in the market? Am I 90% in the market? Believe it or not, Randy, most people are 70, 80, 90% in the market. And they don't even know that. We're like, hey, how much am I in the market? They're like, I don't know, a little bit. We're like, all of it. And they're like, oh my gosh. And then we show them what that means, because that doesn't still resonate with most people. Like, okay, I got 70% in the market. So what? Well, it's like, well, if the stock market does what it did in 2022, you would lose $887,000. And they'd be like, what'd you say? And I'm like, yeah, that's how your holdings performed during those down markets. And that's the only thing that can make it real for them, is to put it into dollars. As part of our roadmap, the market risk report can hopefully open some eyes and maybe avoid people from really getting into that terrible retirement car crash that could substantially affect you doing everything you want to do in retirement.